Alright, bad news. I couldn't beat this guy.
I thought you did it.
Believe me, it wasn't for a lack of trying. I tried basically everything I could think of between Sunny Day, like, what else was it on? I have a note thing I can bring up.
Why you didn't cheat then?
I mean, I guess I could have just used, like, a double team, just, like, put the Tyranitar to sleep, set up 6 double teams, but if I have to break the rules to win, then I don't really consider it a win. But, yeah, I tried, like, Sunny Day, Solar Beam, to replace a Giga Drain, and also Sunny Day to, get rid of the Sandstorm. I tried Curse to make my defense better against, like, rock moves and, the flying moves. I tried Swagger. I tried everything, and I tried it for about, like, an hour straight, maybe more. But unfortunately, 4 move slots just is not enough for Butterfree, even at level 100. It's definitely possible if you get really lucky, like if you get a really good sleep or confusion luck. Shut up, Reese. It probably is possible with some strategy that I didn't try, but I just couldn't get through the champion, sadly. It's one of 2 things. I either don't have enough PP, and I'm not going to be able to win a struggle battle, or the goddamn Sandstorm chips me away before I can get through most of the way through the fight. And because the Sandstorm fucks me over so much, I either need Sunny Day to get rid of it, or Giga Drain to heal off the damage. But just the combination of enemy Pokemon types and constant 1/8 damage basically makes it impossible to win, at least for solo Butterfree.
Unrelated but related. I love how Reese sounds like she's dying.
Reese always sounds like that because she's a goddamn idiot.
Is that after she finishes eating her food?
Yeah, she always goes around squealing whenever she is done eating. It's really... I guess it's just a cat thing. Anyway, I did do the gym leader rematches at least, the max difficulty rematches. I always reloaded after beating them, so I didn't waste like PP ups and elixirs and stuff. So, for the first like half of the fights, my moveset changes pretty often, but for the Johto leaders, my moveset is basically always Psychic, Giga Drain, Nightmare, Sleep Powder.
Understood.
But Brock as an interesting, or Brock as an intro leader is kind of extremely easy. He gets wiped by Giga Drain, basically.
It's a canon event if you have Butterfree.
You were talking about canon events last time, too.
I don't know, it's just in my mind. Now I can't undo it.
What Naomi isn't telling the audience is that she actually spent the last month and a half watching the second Spider-Man animated movie every day.
Actually, I watched it like 2 times in my lifetime. It's very long.
2 times per day, sorry, not once per day.
No, 2 times in my lifetime.
Also notable here, I outspeed Aerodactyl. I know I'm level 100, but being outsped and insta-killed by Aerodactyl was an actually pretty big problem in Emerald, so I didn't have to deal with that this time.
I have to watch the Emerald series, sorry.
You should. It ended yesterday, which will give people an indication of when this was recorded.
Hello. At least we're recording it more often than last time, which is still a win in my book.
That's true. See, R2, the yellow playthrough and this crystal playthrough is like, reason number 1 why I will always wait to finish a series before uploading it, because each of our recording sessions are like between 1 and 27 months apart.
27 months is a bit too much.
A little bit, but it's not... Honestly, it's not too much of an exaggeration. I don't think there was a single... I don't think we ever recorded, like, 2 weeks in a row.
We have.
Did we?
I'm pretty sure. Derek of the Future put something here that proves my point, and if not,
Derek of the Future, put in something that proves my point.
Derek of the Future, I bet you don't have balls to put something that proves my point.
Damn, you gonna let her talk to you like that? That sucks.
Sorry.
I don't believe you.
You should believe me. I do be sorry. Question.
Yes.
Does Reese ever stop meowing after her food?
Eventually she does, but it takes a while. She's just walking
Jeez.
around right now.
Yeah, but I mean in general, because I don't know her.
In general, yeah, she will stop me. The only time she meows is when she's hungry or after she's been fed, so it's all food related.
Oh, so she doesn't meow at you guys?
No. I mean, she'll meow if I, like, pick her up and it annoys her, but that's about it.
Amazing.
You know.
Cat psychology, everyone.
Also, Tyranitar has Dynamic Punch. There's a lot of characters, there's a lot of Pokemon that have Dynamic Punch in this game. I think it's like 50% accuracy, but guaranteed confusion. I always get hit by it. I don't think Dynamic Punch misses a single time in this video, but I don't think I'll be paying attention enough to remember for sure.
Sorry for jinxing the Reese meow.
Alright, so for Misty, I do Sunny Day strategy, which works twofold. One, it weakens her water moves. Like, you'll see this Hydro Pump does basically nothing with my high special defense and half water damage. And secondly, it makes Solar Beam free insta-kills on almost anything in her party. Her Legendary is the only thing that poses a problem, and it is actually a pretty big problem. I lost to it like 3 or 4 times.
Amazing.
But that's pretty much it. Everything else is a total non-issue. Take a guess as to what legendary each trainer has, each leader has. Here's a hint, not every trainer has one.
The birds.
They only have one.
Yeah, but I mean one bird per trainer.
Well, one person would have Lugia and one person would have Ho-Oh, and there's no repeats, I don't think.
Whenever someone says Ho, I kind of get confused because I call him.
It's a lot more effort.
I mean, it sounds like that.
But yeah, Misty's is Lugia. Its Psychic Flying typing resists almost every move that Butterfree can learn, and it also has insanely high special defense. And also its signature move is Aero Blast, a super powerful flying type move. Baraka didn't have a legendary, he just had Tyranitar, the pseudo-legendary.
He didn't have legendaries, but he did have legendaries.
It's legendary asterisk. Yeah, you see that Solar Beam did fucking nothing. So I just opt for Nightmare instead.
Wait, so you edited out already all this footage?
Yeah, right now, like, we are watching my Vegas profile with all the fights edited together, like all the failures edited out, and just smooth transitions between everything.
Props to you.
Thanks.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
I think this is what I did for yeah, I think this is what I do for every post commentary, because every series so far has ended with a post commentary where we commentate over yeah, my Vegas profile. At this point, the only thing I haven't recorded is Fire Red and the 2 Gen 5 games. Yeah, I mostly won against Lugia because I got lucky with it staying asleep forever.
This reminds me of the moment in Pokemon like Combats Online where you know that there's a child actually playing because they have like 20 legendaries on their team and you can kill them with a single hit in like 5 seconds.
I don't know about that, but I'm a fan of how you're describing it.
It happened exactly as how I'm describing it. It has happened to me. Like with a Gardevoir with a single psychic, I remember killing an Arceus.
Those legendaries are weak shit.
That was in. I didn't even Mega Evolve the Gardevoir. That was in Alpha Sapphire Mega Ruby.
I always forget that Megas are in that game.
I feel like them dumping the Megas was kind of a decision of last minute.
I'm just glad they're coming back for Legends Za.
I would get it if it weren't that it's a Nintendo game that's way too overpriced.
Yeah, I've said this before, but it's like it's one really my biggest problem with Pokemon nowadays is that the games are full priced. When they were unfinished shit shows on the 3DS, at least they were only $40. Now they're unfinished shit shows for 60, probably gonna be 70 in the future.
Yep. 90 Canadian. Let that sink in.
Also, Lieutenant Serge is a very straightforward fight. There are no. I think I first tried this either first or second. He doesn't really have any like big gotchas like how Misty had Lugia.
Oh, so he's a gacha game, I see.
Yeah, that's why they're called that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because they gotcha. You thought this was gonna be a real game.
But no.
Actually, speaking of gotchas and Pokemon, I have been playing that new TCG game on my phone.
Didn't you hate Pokemon?
I hate, like, new Pokemon. Well, I mean, saying I hate it is hyperbole, but I don't really like current Pokemon, yes. They give you a bunch of free stuff, which is cool. I mean, it's fun to just collect the cards. And, you know, I don't give a shit about TCG, like, competitive in any form, like, whether it's Pokemon or Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever. I just like collecting the cards. And,
And that's how you pick off all the trading card communities at once.
I think that most people would probably, not most, I mean, I think a lot of people that play the TCGs would probably agree that stuff like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are kind of imbalanced right now, because power creep has been like an ongoing issue for the past several years.
Mm.
But yeah, it's fun to just collect the cards, and apparently the actual versus mode is an extremely simplified version. Like, you can only carry 20 cards in your deck, and you win once you knock out 3 Pokemon. I think that's like half as much as the real game, but I haven't looked up how the real game works, so I don't know.
That's how you piss off the Pokemon TCG community.
What, me or Pokemon Company?
You.
I'm just guessing. I'm not saying my opinion isn't there. I'm just like guessing.
You're saying your opinion.
Alright.
That's enough for people to cancel you, to be honest, nowadays.
I suppose so. We're too woke nowadays.
I guess so.
Electabuzz is woke. We're like awoke to Buzz.
A book.
See, he just woke up.
Oh, true. Like me. I am actually not awakened yet.
I wrote in my notes that Magneton's Zap Cannon missed twice in a row, so I think that's another move that's like 50% accuracy but guaranteed status. So I guess that was why I got hit by every Dynamic Punch, is because I dodged 2 Zap Cannons. Also, unsurprisingly, Surge's legendary is Raikou. Raikou?
Raikou?
When I was a kid, I said Raikou. I don't know if that's correct.
Raikou. I mean, I'm guessing that from kanji, like if they keep the Japanese name, Rai comes from thunder, and Kou is literally mouth.
Okay, then that's probably it then.
The mouth of the thunder.
Well,
something
it
along
is
those-
casting fucking thunder on me, so...
I jinxed it. Recently I'm saying too much I jinxed it, and I don't know where I got it from. I need someone to blame for this, but I can't.
You've been watching too much Arcane. Oh yeah, the the Erica fight.
Oh,
So the
that's
intro of the
okay.
Erica fight is sped up because this Tangela literally can't do anything to me because it's so shitty. So I use Curse 6 times to buff up my attack, and then once all of my curses are up, I just go to town with Gust. I just held down Auto Fire A for this fight once all my curses were set up.
Understandable. Victory Bill. Oh, that's just Krusty Clown. Okay.
No, the middle evolution is Krusty the Clown.
Okay.
It's Weepin'
I
Bell.
apologize. They kinda look the same to me. I'm not wakey.
If I was watching an episode of The Simpsons and that thing came on, I would be scared.
I would not be scared because I'm used to calling it like that.
Oh shit, a solar beam. Nothing.
I guess you can call that uneventful.
You can say that.
Am I legally allowed to say that?
Yes.
Yay.
Oh shit, solar beam. Nothing.
I guess you can call that uneventful.
You can't say that one.
Oh, okay. Got it.
How many Pokemon
Please don't
is that?
sue me. I don't have money.
She has Celaby.
Need a wiki.
Oh shit, a psychic. Nothing.
Is this going to be a pattern?
Yes. Celebi dies instantly. And she saves her fucking jump luff for last for some reason. Oh yeah, on the Raikou thing. That was like a running thing between the two Gen 4 games. Was, I would say a Pokemon's name wrong, Arizona would be like, what the fuck? That's not how you say it, and I'd be like, oh, okay. And I'll just keep saying it wrong anyway.
Amazing.
Okay, Janine. Janine is
No.
really, really bad. She stands no chance because she's a poison type and my main move is psychic, but she doesn't even have a legendary. I have no idea what her, like, best Pokemon is supposed to be here. She just gets run over with no effort whatsoever.
They playing Pokemon Online because most of the people playing are children. You can just fucking destroy their hopes and dreams in humans very easily.
Like, there's no shortage of poison Pokemon in this goddamn game, so they really did their best, but I'm sure the Crystal Clear devs were even like, what the hell do we do with this? This type sucks.
I have never known anybody that stands poison type.
I know it has a bit of a niche now because it's one of Fairy's weaknesses, but otherwise, yeah.
That's about it. Also, it doesn't have Pokemons that can be easily ruled 34able, you know?
I mean, we're looking at a tentacle Pokemon.
I have never seen Tentacruel or Tentacule in a Rule 34 thing.
You looked for it?
Not that I look for it. You didn't let me finish.
No, I looked for it, so I'll back you up.
You don't even have to look for it, really. You just enter to Twitter, and boom, you get flashed.
Boom. Pokemon Giga Leak. Or Terra Leak? Whatever they're calling it.
Apparently.
Yeah. She saves her two best Pokemon for last, Ariados and Venomoth. Die. What were you saying?
I actually forgot. I deeply apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Nah, it's okay. Keep interacting me.
I'm not gonna do that.
Keep doing it.
Alright. So Sabrina, despite being Psychic type, was surprisingly simple considering my standard strategy. I did go with Swift instead of Psychic, but in hindsight, I should have gone with Gust again, because of what her legendary does.
You went with Taylor Swift?
Ew.
Okay, continue, sorry.
But yeah, I should have gone with Gust because of what her legendary does, and because of what her legendary does, that actually makes it the worst part of her team, which is funny.
Espion is a legendary, I see.
Espeon is cute, but it's not a legendary.
Espion is very cute. I don't know why they ship her with Umbreon.
Well, they were introduced in the same generation, and they were that was one of your two starter Pokemon in Colosseum. You know what's especially weird about Janine being bad is that, like, Koga isn't in this game, apparently. I mean, maybe the old Elite Four are somewhere in the game, but, because it was used to be, like, you know, you play through Johto, you get to the Elite Four, you have Koga as the Elite Four poison guy, and then you go to Kanto, and there's another poison guy, Janine, but they got rid of Koga, so they just have one poison leader, and she's still terrible.
That's just her canon event.
Alright. Whatever.
Sorry.
Giraffe-rig.
It's funny to think that they have a butt plug, and that's not their actual tail.
That's an extremely long... Like, for physics to work that way, it's like, it's sticking up, you know? And it seems like it'd be pretty heavy, so there has to be more weight on the other end if it's a butt plug, which is kind of terrifying to think about.
You said it. I did not say it.
You said butt plug.
Yeah.
Also, I almost died to Giraffe-rig because I missed 2 sleep powers in a row.
Congratulations for dying.
I won't call that bad luck because I was getting extremely lucky with sleep powders for the entirety of all these rematches. But whenever a double miss happens, I just get annoyed.
Understandable. I would also get annoyed.
I also think like barely any critical hits happen throughout the entirety of this video. I got one really early on against Steelix, which was great because Brock Steelix was probably his most dangerous Pokemon to me. But after that, like, never again. Not never, but very, very rarely.
And before you used to do lots of them.
Yeah.
Guess that's what it has to be alive.
This Mr. Mime stance just irritates me.
I mean, isn't he someone that really likes children, if you know what I mean?
Well, that's the running theory, yes.
There you go. You don't need more explanation, I guess.
He puts up Safeguard, which just reinforces my dislike, so I can't put any of her Pokemon to sleep for a few turns.
Just reinforces the hatred I feel for these people.
Here's her legendary. Watch its magic. As you can see, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Oh
That's
shit.
It's Scoliosis Pokemon, you don't know it?
Butterfree duel. So we just take turns swifting each other, which is exactly as stupid as it sounds. And this is why I should have brought Gust instead of Swift, because I would have had a super effective move against it. That does mean that it would have had a super effective move against me, but it's fine. I'm stronger, so I would have beaten it probably.
I like that the other Butterfree's pink.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a thing that was added in Crystal Clear, but yeah, the Pokemon that Ditto and Mew transform into keep the pink color scheme.
Now that I think about it, I was doing an Emerald series on my channel, and then I got bored of it.
Yeah, you beat Yellow, you beat Crystal, and then you got the Gen 3 and you're like, fuck this. IGN was right.
Too much water. I'm not able to deal with this amount of water.
Did you even get to the part where there is water?
Yes.
Okay. We are silly around here.
Yeah. You get to the part where there's water. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. Do you know that there's water?
Well, I mean, I know that you know that there's too much water. I'm just saying, like, did you get to that point?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, Blaine. I remember when we fought Blaine the first time, he was a humongous pain in the ass. Luckily, this only took a couple tries.
I think I remember. I
Um,
remember that slug because I like slugs.
yeah, Magcargo has a great design, but unfortunately it sucks a lot.
They say the best designs are always suck in Pokemon.
Sadness.
You know what I'm going to say?
And an event.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Congratulations.
I didn't want to be right.
Now you have to bear with the consequences of being right.
I put on Swift again for this fight because Giga Drain is basically useless. Except against Magcargo, I guess, but he's the first Pokemon and it's by far his worst, so that doesn't really matter. He burns both of his items on his Magmar, which is funny because Magmar is probably his second worst Pokemon, but it's good for me. In a failed attempt, he actually used both of his items on Magcargo, which was just extremely sad.
Or Matcargo.
Yep.
Sounds like a name of a YouTuber.
Magcargo?
It sounds like something a YouTuber would name itself.
I don't know, you could say that for a lot of Pokemon, like Magnezone? Yeah, it sure does, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Supapika?
Cringe.
No, it's not cringe. He's actually a very nice dude.
That guy's a cuck. He's editing this video right now.
That was a kind of mean.
It's self-inflicted. It's like confusion damage. It might be mean, but I don't mean it.
Might be mean, but you don't mean it.
Meanie. But yeah.
Like Minnie Mouse.
Meanie Mouse. Is that why she's such an asshole in Kingdom Hearts 2?
What? I have never played Kingdom Hearts 2.
You should. You get to see Minnie Mouse beating the fuck out of people with a big hammer.
That sounds extremely fun.
I'm also lying, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought it was something like Amy Rose.
No, she's not nearly that interesting.
Damn it. Are you saying that Amy Rose is interesting?
She's more interesting than Minnie goddamn Mouse.
Fair. Okay, continue.
I will say, though, that in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, she probably has one of the funniest moments in the series where, you know Pete, like the really big dude who's basically, like, Goofy's enemy? He is... You spend the majority of your time in the Mickey Mouse world just kind of walking around doing mini-games, and Pete is always, like, everywhere annoying the shit out of people. I don't even remember why. He just is annoying. He's not like malicious or mean. He's just like trying to have this superhero alter ego, I think, trying to help people, but he just ends up being irritating. And then Minnie Mouse just gets fed up and throws him into the void.
Amazing.
And that's why he's an antagonist for the rest of the Kingdom Hearts series, is because he got banished to the goddamn Final Fantasy V void.
I would also be mad if I just wanted to just, vibe and then someone just suddenly just kills me.
I wish Minnie did that in fucking an extremely goofy movie. That movie would have been way different.
I bet you don't think that movie is very good.
I actually haven't watched either of the Goofy movies in a very long time. I should watch them because I remember liking the first one a lot.
The second one is a bit weird. The second one is like a fever dream, but it's fun, and the first one is very good.
Also, we already did the Max refight of Blue, so we're just going right to Falconer.
And there's Tooth.
Yeah, I know that the Goofy movies are supposed to be like sequels to the Goof Troop TV show, but I've never seen the show ever. I've only played the Goof Troop game on Super Nintendo, which is a great game, by the way.
Wait. There's a show?
Yes, there is a show called Goof Troop, starring
Yeah.
Goofy and Max, and I think that a Goofy movie is supposed to be like the theatrical sequel because it stars Max as a college adult instead of a young kid / teenager that he was in the show.
Holy, it didn't air where I lived. I would have known it, and I would have watched it.
Well, I recommend playing the Goof Troop game on SNES because you can beat it in like 2 hours. Probably be a good stream game.
I saw you playing it.
Did I play with Arizona?
Yep.
Okay, then yeah. I played it co-op with a lot of people because it's, again, a good game, and again,
What a
short.
cheater.
What?
What a cheater.
Cheater?
You're cheating on everybody.
It's good to spread the love.
Also, you're polyamorous, I see.
Naomi?
Hmm?
I'll co-op it with you too.
Why you're cheating like that?
Alright, whatever. Anyway, so for Falconer, I brought Curse to resist the flying attacks, because flying is physical, which was a good idea, but I also brought along Gust just for the sake of it, because Giga Drain wasn't going to be very good, and it was actually better than I thought, because at least half of his Pokemon know Fly, and Gust does double damage to flying enemies, like enemies that are in the middle of Fly.
Amazing.
So that, plus the +6 attack from Curse, means that anything that goes off screen just gets fucking obliterated.
I like that word. Obliterate is like, I don't know, it's so aggressive.
I know, I probably overuse it. It's one of my favorites too.
That one and bastard.
The way you say bastard is endearing to me.
Can you explain yourself a bit more, please?
You have a good accent for saying certain English words.
Only certain ones, not all of them.
Well, I mean, no. I'm not gonna, look, you're not gonna get me to dig myself into this sitcom hole. You have a good accent.
And now is when you hear like the laughs, the stock laugh track that they use on those.
Yes.
Ha 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 ha. No, you have to tell me about my accent.
Well, I remember, because I was re-listening to the Pokemon Yellow playthrough, and I talk about the Nayu English. Nayu Minglish.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just an extension of that.
And this is the moment of the sitcom where instead of the laughing track, they use a stock track of people just giving a round of applause and being like, woohoo!
Like a guest star comes in, like Taylor Swift, like, whoa!
Yeah. Man, those... If I really think about it, those types of, like, intermissions just to play the track are kinda... I don't know, they bother me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Me neither. I remember watching Hannah Montana, was it? I think it had a lot of those moments.
Hannah Montana was actually the example I was thinking of too. But just all
Amazing.
of those Disney Channel sitcoms had that shit. The Corey in the House, That's So Raven, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. What else was there? The Wizards of Waverly Place, which
That
apparently
one
had
was
a
very good.
reboot recently.
What?
That fucking surprised the hell out of me.
Why? I don't understand why things get reboots. They don't need it.
Because we're in the midst of an IP, like, shit show right now where nobody, or Hollywood doesn't want to take risks on new ideas. It's all just like, people like old thing, bring old thing back.
Would be better to just sit down like all your stuff and be like, okay, we need ideas now. Or sometimes I think Disney does that. I remember seeing it on Twitter, like an artist that worked at Disney that was kind of disappointed because they pitched like a shit ton of ideas, and Disney was always like, nah, we're okay actually.
Yeah.
I know that Nickelodeon does that a lot recently. Like at first they used to take like cartoons and stuff that nobody wanted to give a chance to, but then they started to be like, if it's not as successful as SpongeBob, we don't need it.
Yeah, and Cartoon Network was like that for Teen Titans Go. It's like, if it's not Teen Titans Go, I don't give a fuck.
Teen Titans Go is trash though.
Well, it's on all the goddamn time. Well, okay, I don't know how it
Yeah,
is anymore, but it's on all the time, so someone must like it.
it is. My little cousin watched that when she stayed at home, and I was like, holy fuck, is this what kids are watching nowadays? That's a very old moment.
I wish I knew more about Teen Titans in general, because,
The original one was good.
yeah, that's what I hear, is that the original show is really good, but because I, even as a kid, did not really give a shit about superhero stuff, I just didn't bother to watch it. The few episodes that I remember, I'm, like, thinking back on it, I'm like, oh, that show was pretty cool. But now, now really the only thing that I think of when I think of Teen Titans is, oh, Robin is Scott Menville. He played Lloyd in Tales of Symphonia. He's a good voice actor.
I thought you were going to say there's a thick gothic girl in there that everyone is tipping about. I thought you were going to go that route, not that this one that's like extremely niche.
Like, I'm not as into the goth stuff as a lot of other people.
Okay, goth girls, unsubscribe from this channel. You won't have a chance.
If there's any goth women following this channel, I would be very surprised. I think because, you know, you can, like, look at your
Demographics.
analytics to see, like, what percentage of people are male or female. And for a while, it was 100% male, and now I think it's, like, 98% male. So it's not
Maybe
much
that
better.
one female. Oh, maybe it's me. Never mind.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Maybe it's just you watching all my stuff, so it's still actually 100% and Naomi.
100% and Naomi. If you're a gothic female or a gothic person in general, just leave a comment.
Yeah, hit Naomi up.
No, I'm married.
Alright, well, hit Arizona up. He's probably into that.
Probably into that.
Anyway, that was Bugsy. It was basically the exact same as the Erica fight, except Bugsy had Janine's thing of not having a legendary. It started as the Butterfree Ditto, and the Butterfree was actually the most dangerous because it could confuse me, and all my attack boosts from Curse could have made it so I nuke myself.
Understandable.
Anyway, Whitney, aside from her legendary, all of her Pokemon being normal types are super unremarkable. She somehow doesn't have a Grand Bowl, which surprised me since it sort of fits her cute aesthetic in that, you know, Snubbull and Granbull are kind of like that ugly cute kind of thing. Same with Ursaring, even though, like, Ursaring isn't cute, Teddy Ursa is extremely cute, and they're way cuter than two of her Pokemon. I also got really lucky in this fight with her Pokemon staying asleep.
I like that you had to reboot for a while your brain. You're like,
I have a bunch of notes on my other monitor. I'm just trying to remember, like, what do I want to say? What am I trying to say?
That's the same as rebooting.
I just sound like a fucking idiot sometimes. You know, whenever I like my Final Fantasy V stuff, they have no idea how many times I have to re-record or restate stuff because I just stutter and say and all the time. I'm sure even in this video I'll be doing a lot of editing like that.
I also do that while I'm streaming. I'm like,
Yeah, I like that. That's why I know I could not be a streamer, like a solo streamer. I would have to stream with somebody because I'm just not that good at solo commentary. I went back and rewatched some parts of my Paper Mario 64 stuff because that was solo, and like it could be a lot worse, but it also is like not that interesting.
I liked it.
I liked doing it. I liked editing for it because it's one of my more edited playthroughs. But yeah, other than that. Okay, yeah, here. What about this thing is cute? It's a goddamn deer. Granbull is way cuter than this thing.
Canadians might find it cute.
Ugh.
Maybe people that are into furries find it cute.
They'll find anything cute.
Not really.
They think Jigglypuff is cute.
You're insulting my sister and I don't have a problem with it.
That's... I thought you were going to say Jigglypuff is cute, and then I was going to say, oh yeah. That went in a different direction than I expected. Alright, if Stantler is cute to somebody, explain Tauros.
If you are from the countryside, maybe you find it cute.
Okay. I mean, I get that Tauros is here because it's the counterpart to Miltank, but it's not... It doesn't fit Whitney's cute aesthetic. Granbull and Ursaring would have fit way better.
Or at least anything pink.
Just give her a... Yeah, it's not like this hack is a stranger... Not like this hack is a stranger to giving trainers stupidly colored Pokemon. Just make the Miltank pink.
Miltank is already pink.
Yeah, that's fine. Have everything be pink. But yeah, her quote-unquote legendary is Blissey, which is actually a problem because, yeah, insane special defense and insane HP. So I just have to, like, chip away at it with Psychics while I hope that Nightmare does a majority of the damage. I do get that lucky special defense drop, which is nice. But this is mostly what I meant when I said that I got lucky with Pokemon staying asleep. If Blissey did not stay asleep, this would have taken, like, probably 3 times as long.
You can always use the magic Nintendo speed button.
But see, I have to, like, look in the emulator settings or something, because whenever I use speed up in MGBA, it just puts it to maximum speed possible for my computer, and that's, like, unplayable and unwatchable. So I didn't want to do that.
I would like to see that someday.
Well, you kind of saw it, because in Yellow, I was like, hey, Naomi, look at this, and I just held, like, auto-fire A and sped up during Agatha, and I lost, and then I won again.
I remember seeing that.
Okay, yeah, his legendary is Ho-Oh, even though he's a ghost trainer. I think it's because this is his legendary because the town that he's in is where you catch Ho-Oh, which is, you know, thematically appropriate enough, but as far as typing goes, it doesn't fit at all. Fucking Ho-Oh. Morty's team is something, that's for sure. I know that the devs didn't exactly have much to work with in terms of ghost types, like, all they had was the Gengar line and Misdreavus. But literally half of his team is Gengars that get one shot. And naturally he has a Misdreavus, and what it does is probably the most interesting thing in the fight. But luckily, Ho-Oh does not nearly have as much special defense as Lugia, and also doesn't resist Psychic, so that's good for me.
This is a Pokemon Online combat experience.
And just closing your eyes and holding the A button.
I mean, not the website, but like the real game.
I don't even know what to say, because literally just half his team gets one-shot by Psychic. Alright, so here's Mischievous. It's gonna do its one thing that scared the shit out of me when it happened. Perish Song, which puts the fight on a timer.
Didn't she get a Mega Evolution, or I'm crazy?
I think Mischievous just got a regular evolution, Miss Magius.
Okay, never mind.
Also, his last Pokemon is fucking Ariados, so the Perish Song thing doesn't actually matter.
I love how the music looped for a second.
Yeah, it sounded weird. Alright, well, goodbye, Morty.
Rick and Morty. Never watched it.
So here's the fighting type dude. Only half of his team is actually fighting type. But at least he's like more interestingly designed than a lot of the Pokemon trainers or the gym leaders up to this point. So I can give the Crystal Clear devs points for originality. I still don't get why this thing has a nickname and why he has it.
Ha 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 ha, chuckle, ha 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 ha, like that?
Yeah, I mean, unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. This thing's name is Shuckle, like with an H, or a S, S-H, for the record.
Just for the record.
No other gym leader has a nicknamed Pokemon, only the OC trainers do that, so... Maybe it's an anime reference? I don't know.
Have you watched the anime?
I watched the first series, the Kanto stuff, and I liked it a lot, but I don't really... Nothing after that. Here's Ursaring. They were saving it for the fighting type dude. Ursaring is me when I get up in the morning.
That's a very good way to get up in the morning.
What? Wait, what does that mean?
I mean, you get up.
Okay. And then he's asleep again, all standing up.
That's just me.
Have you ever fallen asleep with your eyes open?
I think. But I'm not sure.
Also, here's Grand Bull. So they didn't give it to Whitney because they gave it to the fighting type dude.
I think I did. I mean, therefore I am. But, like, when I wake up, I don't really remember what happens for the first part of it. So sometimes my husband wakes me up and I'm like, yeah, I'm totally wakey, and that's a fucking lie, and I just go immediately back to sleep. And then I don't remember the interaction at all.
Yeah, Jordan does that all the time too. You're like, what do you want? I'm like, we have to get up. He's like, okay. And he just falls back asleep. I'm like, Jordan, get up. And then later I'll be like, why do you do this? And he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. That didn't happen.
Yeah, like, after my husband's like, why you didn't wake me up? And he's like, I did.
Motherfucker, I did. Also, Polyrath put me to sleep, and unfortunately my sleep luck comes back to bite me because I spend a long-ass time asleep. Luckily, Polyrath's special attack is kind of bad, so even with a stab, it doesn't do very much to me. It was still kind of concerning once that crit happened, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true and related, but I remember seeing something about Deltarune. Because of the pixel music, I'm like, Deltarune, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, they had a bug that if you uninstall the game, it wiped out all of your files or something like that.
Is that a bug, or is that just the game doesn't have, like, cloud saving?
I think what happens, really, and don't quote me on this, because I literally just watched a video about that, like, well, not now, but, like, I watched a video, that's my source. It's the same, it has the same validity as saying I watched it on TikTok, okay? I did not watch it on TikTok, but regardless. So supposedly there was like a bug that whenever you try to uninstall the game, instead of uninstalling the game, like deleting the files of the game, it deleted like System 32 and stuff, and it could kill your
Oh,
computer.
I think I remember that actually, now you say that. Oh wait,
Oh, seriously?
real quick. This is a failed attempt. I just wanted to point out this extremely unlucky thing that happened in one of my first attempts. I missed Sleep Powder, and then Skarmory gets a 2 crit 5 hit Fury attack. I just wanted to point that out. Anyway, yeah, I think I remember that, the deleting System 32 thing. I thought that was for Undertale, but yeah, you're right, it was probably from Deltarune.
One of those.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, that was funny. I'm glad I didn't uninstall it.
I think I still even have it on my... Do I have it still? I'm pretty sure I have it still, or did I uninstall it recently?
I definitely uninstalled this. That
Oh,
chapter 3 will come
uninstalled
out
it.
eventually.
Someday. It would be funny if by the time this video comes out, there will be chapter 3 of Deltarune.
Yeah, maybe by the time this video comes out in 3 years. The successful fight of this goes fine. The problem is that this fight takes a lot of attempts, and this fight is super long, because no Pokemon takes fewer than like 4 turns. Because, Steel type. It's my own fault for keeping animations on and not using speed up, but still. And like every Pokemon that this lady has the opportunity for something to go wrong. Skarmory does huge chunks of health with Drill Peck. Her 2 electric types can paralyze me with Thunder Wave if they get a turn. Surprisingly, Scizor isn't that dangerous because he only ever used Wing Attack on me and that does like no damage, but Steelix has Rock Slide naturally, and her last Pokemon has one big dick move that screwed me over the first time. But we'll get to that later. Yeah, Jasmine was one of the more notable gym leaders, which you'd probably expect from the whole Steel type thing.
The dick move was actually just having a random erection.
Ew. So
I
you
thought that
do
was
look it up.
normal. Huh?
So you do look it up.
Look up what?
It.
I just said it as a joke.
It.
It?
Porn.
Huh?
We were talking about Rule 34 earlier, and I was trying to call back to that. I realized it wasn't very funny, so I apologize.
No, it's okay. I just got confused. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
What are you trying to blame me for?
Nothing yet. Man, I got super lucky in Platinum when I got a Butterfree with Ground type hidden power. That was so nice.
You can't undo it again until you get it.
Well, I mean, this ROM hack probably does have a hidden move checker or hidden power checker. I just didn't really think about it. I just grab the Pokemon and go. Like in every Pokemon where you have natures, I don't even bother to check the nature until like I'm a gym leader in. So I'm like, so it's like I hope I don't have a minus special attack or plus attack nature.
That would be very unfortunate, isn't it?
Yep. That hasn't happened yet, but again, there's still 3 games to go, so still ways for things to go wrong.
Having spoilers for Pokemon is so insignificant nowadays.
Well, Gen 5, at least, well, I don't know about the Black and White 2, because I haven't played it, but, I can say that regular Gen 1 does have regular Gen 5 does have a really good story.
As I thought you were going to say really good spoilers.
No, Gen 5 has well, I don't know about really good. Again, this shit is all like, what is the word? It's all opinionated anyway, so don't take my word for it. But I enjoyed it. I enjoy the story quite a bit.
And Derek is a grumpy old man, so that means the story is good.
I'm way less annoying about my video game opinions nowadays.
Nowadays, they were worse.
Yeah, you're lucky. Because I'm already annoying, and it used to be way worse.
I don't think you're annoying.
Aw, thanks.
Of course.
Can I also just say that during this Jasmine fight, I was totally expecting the Steelix to get a critical hit Rock Slide. I don't think it ever happened, but he sure was not interested in missing. That's for goddamn sure. I don't know what this song is, but I wish I didn't set it. Oh, actually, I think it's the Gen 8 Gym Leader theme. They did their best, but I don't like this song in the first place, so the Game Boy-ized version of it isn't doing a whole lot for me. Okay, wait. Here's Blastoise, your last Pokemon. So the first time I got to Blastoise, I did like 75% with Giga Drain, and it did fucking Mirror Coat and killed me instantly.
Amazing.
So this time I know better. Do not directly attack it unless I know it will kill. I just go for Nightmare a few times, so until I'm like absolutely sure that Giga Drain will kill. So like here, I even deliberately don't choose an actual attack because I'm like, if this thing wakes up, it's gonna kill me. And sure enough, it wakes up, uses Mirror Coat, so if I'd used Giga Drain, I would have died again. Fuck this guy.
And game over.
But after I set this thing to sleep and get one more Nightmare, we're all good to insta-kill him with, well, insta-kill. To kill him with Giga Drain.
The insta-killing was a bit of a clickbait, huh?
Yoink. Alright, next is Price. And my luck was extremely good during the Price fight. Probably the best, like, in the entire Pokemon series up to this point.
That's saying a lot.
This battle is slow starting, though, because I can only use Nightmare and Giga Drain against Sneasel. Because, yeah, I can't use my main damaging move, and Giga Drain isn't going to do a whole lot. But once we get past the first couple Pokemon, things escalate pretty hard. What do you think about Sneasel?
Sounds like he's about to sneeze.
Yeah, kinda. I know that people really hate Weavile and Sneasler.
I don't mind it. It can exist and coexist with me, and I won't mind.
I don't mind them in the series in Gen 4 because they're dark types, so Bug Buzz does a fuck ton of damage, but at least in this game, yeah, Sneasel's kind of a problem.
Sneasel sounds kind of like Weasel.
I think it's supposed to be a... What the hell is it called? It's probably just supposed to be what you said.
I got the reference first try. Holy.
Oh yeah, Dugong uses Safeguard, so I'm not able to do Sleep Powder stuff again. But in a way, Dugong forcing me to go all out attacking was actually to my benefit. So first comes Piloswine. I learned from Gen 4 that Piloswine's special defense is kind of bad, so I just go straight for... I mean, I have no choice but to go for regular attacks, but go for Giga Drain, since per ground, and boom, critical hit. I don't even know if it mattered, but insta-kill that guy and I would have gotten back to full health if I wasn't already. Next is Cloyster, another water type. Again, Cloyster's special defense isn't amazing. It has incredible regular defense, but special defense is whatever, and boom, 2 crits in a row.
Do you like cloisters?
Vagina. I'm pretty sure we had that exact same back and forth in Yellow, or at least earlier in this series.
I'm not sure.
Look, you were setting me up for it. I don't want to hear it.
I did not set you up, but whatever. As you wish.
Alright, the safeguard finally fades, and then boom, miss. That was not in my favor. But thankfully Lapras goes for Rain Dance instead of another Blizzard, which I'm thankful for. Price is basically what a buffed up, what's her name, Lorelei would be if she was in this game.
Unrelated but related. How long is this recording?
This is the second to last fight. We're about like 10 minutes away from the end, I think. Actually, no, less than 10 minutes.
Not to say that's boring or anything.
No, I was actually thinking the same thing. I was like, man, this has been going on for over an hour. How many fights are left? Oh, it's just one more. Okay. Alright, so yeah, unsurprisingly, Price's legendary is Articuno. I was definitely worried when I got hit with an Articuno Blizzard, but thankfully it did like just under half or around half, so I wouldn't get two-shot unless it was a crit. My final bout of luck comes in right at the end of this Articuno fight, because I use Psychic on it, and then... Oh wait, right, he heals them, never mind. That's later in the fight.
You spoiled it.
Yeah, sorry, well, yeah, I spoiled it. Yeah, he uses a Hyper Potion. It actually just barely doesn't fully heal it, which means this Articuno has a shit ton of health, because Hyper Potions are still healing 200 in this game. I think it just happened, I was looking away, but I think I got the special defense drop on Articuno, which will let me just instantly kill it right there. So yeah, even though I came sorta close to dying a couple times, that was a very lucky fight. Alright, so this Claire fight was actually also super lucky, but unlike the Price fight, this has the caveat that I had a ton of unsuccessful fights before it. I think this was the fight that I had to retry the most, with the second place being Jasmine, the Steel Lady. Mostly because she starts with 3 Dragonites that will all Thunder Wave me, and it basically never missed. Thunder Wave in this game has 100% accuracy, but in Gens 1 and 2, enemy Pokemon only have 75% accuracy with their status moves. So, yeah, I got pretty unlucky always getting hit by Thunder Wave in that way. But there's the start of the luck. I get a crit to quickly take out a Dragonite, and then this guy I was able to put to sleep. I assume that she has the Lance Dragonite thing, where one of them's fire, one of them's ice, one of them's thunder. But it doesn't really matter because all 3 of those types are super effective against me, so fuck me, I guess.
Is what happens.
Luckily she doesn't use another potion, or a potion on her Dragonite, so we can take that guy out. Boom, critical hit. Fuck you, Dragonite. Luckily because this is the luckiest run so far, once I was able to finally get past the Dragonite hell, the fight is basically free. Charizard does have fire stuff, obviously, but I was way more willing to take a flamethrower to the face than a goddamn Thunder Wave.
Amazing.
But also against that third Dragonite, we finally saw the Thunder Wave miss, because seriously, I did so many attempts against Claire, and Thunder Wave never missed. So I'm glad that all the stars aligned for this fight.
Yeah, but you still failed.
Oh.
I mean, you said it at the beginning that you didn't make it.
Don't remind me.
Okay. Sorry.
Also, yeah, she has Rhydon for some reason, which I'm not complaining about because Giga Drain instant kills it, but I definitely would have thought she'd have Gyarados instead. But naturally, her last Pokemon is Kingdra, her signature Pokemon in her original fight, which is a bit tanky in the special defense, but once it gets put to sleep, it starts this death spiral for her, because Claire just goes all out using all of her items on it, I think. But, yeah, this Dragonite really can't do anything to me. I mean, its typings are water and dragon, and I don't think it has Thunder Wave, so it won't be able to meaningfully status me, and its stabs are basically pointless.
Kingdra looks like he has a PP and that's curdled inside.
Ew.
Like the Pokemon. Kingdra. I think it's because of the line on his bottom. It makes it look like a separate part of his body instead of a part of his body, if you know what I mean.
Kinda, yeah. Although it's a little hard to tell with Psychic making him go all wobbly all the time.
Very wobbly.
Well, that's Pokemon Crystal Clear.
That's about it.
It's a little bittersweet and anticlimactic since, you know, like you said, I wasn't able to actually beat the game.
Spoiler alert.
I also didn't bother to try and find the developer trainers, at least I assume they're developer trainers, like around the overworld and stuff, just because I don't care.
They're probably going to have like a 100 level 100 RCs. So
Yeah, they'll backport Arceus into Crystal.
exactly.
I mean, there are ROM hacks that do that. Like, I remember there's this hack Pokemon Brown that I think puts the Gen 4 Pokemon into Gen 1. Plus, that one dude gave his goddamn Flareon Sacred Fire. So, like, fuck you.
The end.
Alright.
That's
I'll
it.
stop recording.